Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Atri, My Dear Moments. This is recorded right after the other one concluded, so without further ado, let's just get into it again. So, yes, here we go. Atri awakes. She tries to move, but her body is heavy like iron. It's beginning harder and harder to get up recently. Zzz, zzz. She looks over at Natsuki-san sleeping beside her. Oh, this is from her point of POV now. Last night she asked for Natsuki-san to hold her as she slept. He hasn't been sleeping together with her at all recently. She felt the need to show her usefulness, otherwise she'd be scrapped. Archie is a robot built to serve humanity. A robot that is of no help is nothing but scrap. He's still asleep. She glances around. I've got to crack that knuckle, eh? It appears as though Natsuki-san worked through the night researching again. He must have waited until she entered sleep mode before getting up to work again. She knows this was all for her sake. I have to give her every part of me to aid you. Otherwise I have no reason to exist. He suddenly begins to writhe in agony. What remains of his leg twitches and jerks. He reaches out for help, reaching for a hand just like that day. Archie takes his hand. A peace seems to settle over him again. Zzz. His breathing has returned to normal. Seeing his legs settle, she lets go of his hand. According to the clock, it's almost 11 in the morning. She realizes just how late it's become. Her functions really are starting to break down. Natsuki-san, wake up. It's almost lunchtime. Natsuki-san. Zzz. She quickly gives up on waking him. Peaceful sleep is difficult for him. I estimate that he has hardly slept due to his work. I should leave him to sleep. Archie stands up from the bed. She would normally try to make some kind of breakfast now, but she realized that she has forgotten how. Oh shit. She tries to check her log, but all it records is what happened yesterday. The rest of the pages are blank. She remembers that she once knew how to cook, but not the process. Those memories have long degraded, along with most of her others. A great many memories of even the time since Natsuki salvaged her up from the bottom of the sea. She may even have forgotten the fact that she has forgotten. Okay. Some of those forgotten memories may even have been the most precious. Natsuki-san working for my sake, and yet it can do nothing for him. She can't even make him food. What can she do? I just don't know. She wants help. She always used to help. She remembers her helping her work. She remembers her helping her work out all kinds of things. Archie throws on a dress. Before she leaves, she stops before the calendar. She crosses over another day. Just 4 days left. No, 5 days left. She gazes expressionlessly at the remaining blank days and leaves the ship. That's all, folks. Oh, is Archie not coming in again today? It's kind of boring without her, you know. Natsuki-san's busy. He and Richan are working on some kind of job with my dad. I think Archie-chan's probably helping both of them out. Must be real nice for Achichi getting to hang out with Natsuki-kun all the time. Like, they live together, don't they? I was worried about them at first, but they seem to be getting along like a house on fire these days. Good. What's that look for? So you're like the mayor's daughter, and you've got connections with a super awesome guy who's an absolute genius, even though he's our age. You've, like, made it for life. No way. Natsuki-kun's got a bright future for sure, but my dad and I, well... Are you really okay with Atrichi taking your man, though? You two would be a perfect fit. Now, what are you talking about all of a sudden? It's not like Oh, come on, be honest. You should at least try confessing to him once. Take it from a romance pro, you know. You don't want to put it off forever and never end up doing it. I don't need to do that. Hey, Catherine. Oh, hello, Hanako. Hey, you doing this club stuff? Great, keep it up. She's not going to tell you off for calling her that? That's odd. Where's Ruka? She was playing over there until just now. She seemed pretty bummed that they weren't taking her out salvaging. She's better off not going to that ship anymore. Why not? Something going on with her. She's been waiting for a few days now. Yeah. I'm going to put myself into don't disturb. Even though you can't really hear distant noise anyway. Still annoying for me. Until I can be sure that Atri isn't dangerous, I can't leave the children near her. Yes, you are. stop gaslighting yourself. There's a sudden rush of little footsteps. Yeah, Hana-chan. Hey, Ruka, no running in the corridors. Oops, sorry, I'm always forgetting that. Where are you in such a hurry to get to? Well, I'm gonna go and see Atri. No chance. I told you, you're banned from seeing her for a while. Why, though? Might be dangerous being around that girl. Yeah, it might be. That's why we've got to go and tell her about those scary guys who are after her. I really should have told Natsuki about Yasuda. Maybe a part of me is hoping that he actually will take Atri away. You're a bitch. I mean, you have been this entire game, but like, more so now. What's wrong, Hana-chan? Does your tummy hurt? Kinda, yeah. Oh no, we should take it to the nurse's room. Do we even have one? Anyone who bought a defective, dangerous robot like that could earn a pretty big reward from the government. That's probably Yasuda's objective. Somehow he knew about Yachigu's and Uncle's inheritance and used me to pull up Atri. No matter how dangerous Atri might be, I'm not letting him get his hands on her. I'm gonna go and tell her. Great, then I'll come too. No, you're staying here. Oh, but I want to go and play with Atri. What's this? Doesn't appear as if our little robot friend is here. You! Good lord. There's no effort to get into the school, and I thought being here might help me catch her, but alas. Why are you here? I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Why? I've just come to pick someone up. Certain little runaway robot. Hana-chan. So then, where is she? Unfortunately for you, it's summer vacation. It's not my job to know where every single one of my students is. Well, that is vexing. So I assume waiting here for a while would be fruitless. Right, so best get out of here, otherwise I'm calling the police. Police exist? What's going on out here? Who's that guy? Get back in the classroom. Okay. Wait, Ruka, where are you going? Oh, fuck, she just basically just gave, I've got to tell Atri stop, Ruka. Excellent. Go and fetch the robot for me, little one. I shall take the liberty of waiting here with everyone. He's not going to fetch her, he's just going to tell her, and then, at least if she does fetch her, then she's a fucking dumbass. Don't come to school again, that's an order. Catherine's voice plays over and over again in the back of Atri's mind. She must obey orders. I must not go to school. But still she wants to talk to Minamo. Her thought processes freeze up, and she cannot take another step forward. Her mind shackles her body with that command. As much as she tries to resist, she cannot. Oh, Yasuda is her previous master. Why did that only just click to me now? As much as she tries to resist, she cannot. This is how it's built to be. In that case, why does she not simply act according to her programming? Why does she feel the need to fight back against those chains? I don't understand. Hey! Looking up, she sees Ruka running toward her. Atri! Ruka? Atri flicks the switch inside her head. Her simulation engine engages and begins to process all of her accumulated emotional data. Okay, Ruka, what's got you in such a panic? Atri, this is bad. A real scary guy came to school. He's after you. Me? Yeah. What's happening in the school right now? I don't know. I think everyone is still there. He said he was going to wait for you. And is Minamo there too? And Hana-chan, the guy may have taken her hostage or something. What are you going to do? Did he order me to come to school? Yeah. But you can't. No, it's dangerous. That's why I came to warn you. You can't. A warning, not an order. This person, however, is ordering me to come. Like another set of chains entwining with Catherine's, the two conflicting commands twist inside her mind. This, however, is only momentary. Conflicting orders are common. Her brain is able to automatically choose which to prioritize. Catherine is an authority figure at school, and thus commands from her relating to the school automatically carry more weight. It is unclear what authority the other man possesses. If he wishes to meet Atri, it does not necessarily have to be at the school. Thus, Catherine's order should be prioritized. Should. Fuck, don't go. As well as the two conflicting orders, a third command forces its way into Atri's programming. Minamo and the others may be in danger. I have to save them. No way, I'm telling you, it's dangerous. Just like this to me. I may not look it, but I'm a military killing machine. What, seriously? Anyone's gonna hit my friend's gonna get a super double rocket punch in the guts. Oh! It's still funny, but it's not really funny anymore. Ow, fuck, I just elbowed my desk. I'm surrounded by endless darkness, and I just accidentally zoomed out of my game again. Not a single ray of light illuminates my path as I crawl through the gloom, praying for an exit that may not even exist. But as hard as I try, I cannot move. My leg is crushed beneath a dreadful weight, completely trapped. Ah, here it is. Here is it. Here is it. Here it is, the same old dream. There's nothing reassuring about that fact, however. The usual terror is welling up in my heart. I feel the same pain and loneliness about to envelop me. Oh shit, the jump scared me. Ah! I scream out in agony as my leg buckles into the horrendous dark mass. Please save me, anyone! Mom! I reach out desperately. It hurts, my leg, it hurts! But no one is there to take my hand. I know that it's futile. As long as I remain in this dream, this pain will continue forever. Please, anyone, save me! My hand grows faintly in the air. The day that I lost my leg, I didn't yet know that I had already lost my mother. It was the very same night that I learned that horrible fact, lying in my hospital bed, that I first experienced the phantom pain. I was the only survivor from the tunnel. They told me it was a miracle. A few more hours trapped and I would have died. I have no recollection of what happened, but they told me that before help arrived, I managed to crawl out of the car by myself and drag myself to safety. But how? How did I escape that pain? My leg was pinned underneath that weight, and just moving caused my body to convulse with agony. All I was able to do was reach out my hand and weep. Someone help me! I felt someone grab hold of me. A warm, familiar hand. My mother? No. Atri? It was Atri's hand. The moment I realized this, the pain washes away. Waking up from sleep like I'm floating up from the sea's depths into the brilliant blue, I open my eyes and gaze at my own outstretched hand. Atri? There's no Atri there to take my hand now. Oh shit, this scared me. The pain rushes back into my leg immediately. Ah! I rise atop the bed. The space of my leg should be throbbing with agony. Ah! 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 Dun dun. Cold sweat stains the sheets. I grip them with such desperate force I almost feel them rip. It's intense agony I've not felt in so long since Atri arrived. Thought I might never feel it again. Atri, please don't leave me. Oh shit. I fall with a crash onto the floor, and yet the pain in the leg that isn't there makes the pain elsewhere feel like nothing. I thrash desperately about atop the files that Atri spilled last night, waiting for the torment to pass. After an eternity, the pain gradually ebbs away. What does my body think it's doing? Atri's not gone yet. I mutter bitterly to myself through ragged breaths. I slowly sit up. The room is a mess of scattered papers and abandoned plates. I'm supposed to be handing this research over to the mayor. Everything I've been working on is close to ruined. Since I came back to the small town all alone, I've met so many people who have given me place in this community. Compared to my life at the academy, this truly feels like happiness, and yet, still the phantom pain has returned. Is losing Atri really so painful, so much so that I might not be able to recover? Where is she? She should be sleeping alongside me, but she must have woken up first. Maybe she went out to buy food. But if she did that, she might have frozen up somewhere on the way. Her body's deteriorating day by day. Oh lord, this is not good. Last night I read a book that contained some information on Atri's model type. After days of searching, I found it in the library archives. The 4th generation Yamasaki Industries humanoid model YHN-04B. It was an advanced model that the mid-range maker Yamasaki Industries was staking its company fortunes on. It was designed by a professor Konishi Kyusaku. It's a name I have a vague recollection of from my time studying at the academy, but all I remember is the name and one fact about her reputation. They said he broke a taboo. He was described as having been arrested for unethical humanoid research, but the details of whatever he did weren't something we were privy to. It's safe to assume that Atri's model being recalled had something to do with that, and it brought an end to his research. I suppose that's why he was only important enough to the history of robotics to be nothing but a footnote in my mind. So, does Atri possess some kind of unusual design based on his research that allows her to do things other humanoids can't? I can imagine a mid-range manufacturer like Yamasaki trying to make it big by striking a deal with the devil and producing something unique. All of Atri's strange behaviours and silly ideas might just be the evidence of that, and show just what they were aiming for. After all, that level of cuteness could be a powerful tool for allowing a humanoid to be accepted by human society. Seems like the model was initially a big hit on release. But then, after the accident, it was recalled. The book didn't mention any details of the event apart from the robot suddenly attacked an injured human, and Catherine seems to think Atri is the very robot in question. How the hell could that old drunkard jump to that conclusion? Atri wouldn't do that. I pull myself up into the bed. The test results I took from her are still sitting on the table. I stare over at the calendar. There's a fresh cross I haven't seen before. She must have marked it off earlier. 5 days. That's all the time she has left. Holy crap! God damn it! I swing my stick wildly, whipping up a tornado of papers across the ruined room. My leg slips out from under me and I go crashing to the floor. My body quakes with pain and my heart feels close to bursting. Please, Atri, don't leave me. Hot tears flood my cheeks. If I cannot live together with Atri, maybe I should resign myself to death once more. The same way that I felt no hope that day when I left the academy. I feel no hope now. Currently, I hate you. She'll hate me again. There's nothing Atri has more than me going up on the future. But I just don't have the strength to live on, Atri. All I can do is lie on the floor as miserable, wretched tears roll down my cheeks. When I finally have the strength, I pour out the papers on the floor in an attempt to clear them up. One of them are files I haven't even had the chance to look through yet. Huh? One of them is an envelope containing some kind of notebook. An ordinary run-of-the-mill notebook. Maybe it has some small tidbits I can learn in it. Take it out and open it up. Small neat letters are scribbled all across every page. This is my grandmother's handwriting. Not her messy scrawl, it's perfectly spaced, rigidly defined characters. The contents are also extremely methodical or even mechanical. It's exactly like one other thing I've read before. It's Atri's log. A log from years ago. I start to read back from the very last entry. 8:22 XX. Entering sleep mode. You'll be safe here. No other brats are going to find you. Just have a nice dream and a good rest. I am unable to ascertain the exact import of nice. Entering sleep mode. When going to sleep, humans say good night. Good night. Nonko gave me a duty. I am Eden's central management system. I am part of a machine that will save the world. However, it is not time yet. I will be entering sleep mode until Eden is complete. While in the capsule, my body will not degrade. I will wait there to be awoken. Nonko said something. In the end, it's all my fault. I do not understand why she believes this. Nonko came over to me while I was looking at the sea. She told me that I should come home. If I was found outside, I would be captured and disassembled. It is dangerous to go outside. Oh shit. A boy spoke to me by the sea. He was in a wheelchair. He was missing his right leg. I could not destroy myself. The boy refused to help me. He did not want to become a criminal. I accepted this as a logical position. He argued, if you're not prepared to jump, that means you must have something you still want to do in this world. I believe this to be reasonable, but I am unable to process the meaning of want. The boy wished to commit suicide. I stopped him. Why did I do this? In accordance with the 3 laws of robotics, I must always prioritize preserving human life over all else. However, I can ascertain that I took this action for a different reason. It was commanded by my master. If I was to allow him to commit suicide, I would be ignoring my master's command. I cannot allow this contradiction. Perhaps I wanted to do this. The boy began to cry, and I comforted him. I copied a technique used by my master. The boy stopped crying. The boy said he would go to school. He said, I'll have to save the world. I replied, does the world include me? I want to know the meaning of happiness. If I learn this, my master can be saved. Then I will be saved too. I have the suspicion that this boy may be my new master. However, I cannot be sure. I see. I want to talk to you, so wait for me in the place. My master gave me that command. I waited, but she did not come. This was because she was dead. In humanoid terms, she had ceased to function. Without my master, I have no purpose. Without a purpose, my existence is unnecessary. I am a defective model created by mistake. I thus determined that it would be best for me to be destroyed. I am avoiding human contact. I will be disassembled if I am discovered. I do not understand why this is undesirable. My assessment is that it would be preferable for me to be destroyed. My master's car did not arrive. I traced the path it should have taken. A tunnel had collapsed. I entered it in order to perform rescue activities. I discovered several people whose bodily functions had already ceased. That's a mild way of putting it. Is this that accident? The time period fits. I can't think of any other tunnel collapses. Atri was there? It says she tried to rescue people. Was it really Atri that took my hand? With a deep throb of emotion and tribulation welling out in my chest at the absurdity of it all, I come to a sudden realization. The log continues. My master's car didn't arrive at his departure ship taken. A tunnel had collapsed. Yeah, that again. My master was still alive. However, she was seriously injured. She said something to me, but it was full of contradictions. I was unable to understand. I believe she was confused. She left me in order and died. There was still a living human nearby, so I rescued him. The log describes her master's death, absolutely dispassionately, without the slightest emotion, without a single hint of pain. Whether affection or hatred, Archie should have felt some kind of feeling toward her master. Their death should have been the most devastating thing she could have possibly experienced. I suppose she doesn't have a heart after all. Huh? What are these marks? There's something wrong with the letters on this page. I turn to the next. There's some here too, and here. It's not much, but the writing's a little blurred in places. Hey, Natsuki! Ririka? I hear her calling to me from outside. Oh shit, 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 shit. Natsuki, help. What's going on? Ah, there you are. She's as loud and energetic as always, but now she's desperately welling up with tears. What's wrong? Did something happen? The scary guy came to school, right? And he told Archie that she had to come and see him. A scary guy? He's been after Archie for a while now. Dun, 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 dun. Is it that man from before? Seemed like he was watching Archie from the shadows. Archie's not here right now. I'm not sure where she's gone to. She can't have gone to school. Catherine ordered her not to, and she couldn't disobey that. Well, I ran into her, and I told her it was dangerous to go to the school, but she went anyway. She's a fighting robot, though, isn't she? I'm sure she can beat him. That dumb toaster! I grab my stick from the cabin. I look around for anything that might pass for a weapon too, but all I can find is a small kitchen knife. Even if I take this with me, I doubt I'd have the balls to stab anyone with it. The worst case scenario, it could even end up being used against me. I guess I'm going to be handed. You have a stick, don't worry. Turning away, however, I notice something left on the floor. Archie's shoe. One of her beaten up old loafers is lying discarded on the floor. Suppose these are just another fragment of her memories that she's long forgotten. I'll pick up the shoe. That's the third time. That's the third time. That's over the course of this entire game that I've had an option to choose from. I pick it up and rush out of the ship. I want you to run into town and tell Ryuji what's going on. He'll either be at home or the salvage site. I want to inform the police, but with Minamo and the others seemingly being taken as hostages, we have to act carefully here. If Ryuji can get some locals to help out, and we might even be able to prevent this from becoming a huge scene. What are you going to do? I'm going to the school. Okay. Ririka sprints off towards the town. Oh crap. Bet you finally made it. Or not. So is this everyone at the school at this moment? Croaky voice for him. Yeah. Hanako. It's okay, just stay back. Who the hell are you? You know the police are going to totally be all over you for this, right? Very true, and that's exactly why I'll be having you all stay here and accompany me as hostages. That said, the police don't hold much sway this far away from the mainland. I've already got this all planned out, don't you worry. What are you planning here? Well, what do you expect? I'm going to clean up after your failure, of course. So you're planning to capture her and claim the bounty on her? The bounty? Well, perhaps. What else would there be other than the bounty? Humanoid trafficking? If he sold her on the black market, it'd be a lot more difficult for him to be traced. That must be what he's aiming for. Psst, don't you think the three of us could take this guy out? No, it's too dangerous. Now, I would advise you not to try anything silly. I would loathe to have to do something regrettable. What's that guy's hands? Is it some kind of machine? Just quiet, girls. If you don't do anything stupid, he won't hurt us. Exactly. Now, I do ever so hope that little brat has managed to find our friend. Hate to break it to you, but Archie's not going to come here. Why is that? I ordered her not to come to anywhere near the school. Since someone did warn me that she was dangerous after all. My, isn't that troublesome? So that's why Atri hasn't been coming to Cooking Club. Why would you tell her that, though? No idea. I'm well aware of how capable she is of harming humans. Indeed, she hurt people and ran away to escape being scrapped. We can't be letting a dangerous robot like that run around, can we now? I am simply a concerned citizen here to fix a defective machine. It doesn't matter how long you keep us here. She isn't coming. Get that? So piss off. Huh? Isn't that Atri? It is! What? Why are you here? I gave you an order. There you are. He looks pissed off. No, Atri-chan, run! Shut up! You know what? Oh, did he just... You dare touch my students? My apologies, my temper got the better of me there. I have been waiting 30 years for this moment. You don't even look 30 years old. No, come up here and let's have a chat. YHN-04B-009. Doing that code number doesn't really sound like it would fit with his voice that I'm doing for him, but oh well, deal with it. This isn't good. This is very bad in so many levels. I wonder how long the last episode was that I recorded. 1 hour, exactly 1 hour, pretty much. 1 hour and 17 minutes. No, Atri-chan, run! Archie-chan beat him up. Minamo's voice comes calling down from one of the school's windows. It's immediately followed by a dull thud of a punch and a strangled scream, called and amplified by Archie's high-performance audio sensors. Looking up, she sees an unknown figure standing in the window. So here's the person calling me. She pulls the school's boat over to her in her mind and alert sounds. You may not enter the school. Catherine's daughter attempts to restrain her, but that thud and scream tells her that human life may be in danger, and above all, knowing what is happening in that classroom, she feels the need to proceed regardless of what it means disobeying an order. She hears the man call out for her to come up. I'll be there shortly. Just beat him up with your rocket punch, bitch. As she hurries through the corridor, she notices her footsteps making a different sound than normal. Huh? One of her feet is bare. She has the feeling she's forgetting something, but what? She just remembered that it's something very important to her. Don't worry, I've got you. She cannot remember. She presses on. She opens the door. That was a lot of 4-word one-liners. In the classroom are Minamo, the other girl from the cooking club, and Catherine. Minamo is lying with her face in her hands on top of the knees of the other girl. She appears hurt, but Atri judges it not to be a serious injury. Huh, where is that? For a split second, she senses a presence from just outside of her field of view. Then suddenly a shock runs through her skull. Atri goes sprawling across the floor and slams into the wall. I don't think I need to read that to know what happened. Atri! The man had been hiding behind the door, gripping a wooden mop that he used to whack across the... A wooden fucking mop? Ow! Realizing that she's in front of everyone, Atri switches on her emotional simulation faculties. Tisk, now that's smarts. It's rude hitting people from behind like that. She forces herself unsteadily up onto her feet. Her head is spinning. The blow must have shaken her cyber brain. Stop this violence at once! I'm merely a weak and fragile human being. I'm just taking care of it before it attacks me. Alas, it doesn't seem like I did much damage. Skull plate is made of carbon fiber, after all. Indeed, the plate itself is extremely durable. However, it can't completely absorb all shock damage. When the force of a blow is transferred to a humanoid's comparatively fragile parts, such as joints, it could lead to critical damage. So you're the one who's got a bone to pick with me? It's been a long time. Wyatt Chen 04B009. I'm afraid I don't remember you at all. My memory's been really bad lately. So your memory banks have begun to degrade. You are long past your service life, so that's only natural. Why'd you come here, Atri? I commanded you not to come to school. You all seem to be in danger, so I had to prioritize saving everyone. Shut the hell up! You just want to break into the order! Huh? You're always causing mayhem wherever you go. You're a defective little piece of scrap. And scrap needs to be destroyed. Yasuo rains a flurry of blows down on Atri's head. The mop is hard and sturdy, and each hit reverberates through her skull. Strikes slam against her face, clanging against her plating from all angles. Plating. Blow after blow crashes down. Atri raises her arms to intercept them. Her body may be less fragile than a human's, but this amount of punishment is beyond her operating limits. Joints of her arms start to creak and crack. Oh shit. You think I'm just gonna let you sit there and take it? Oh crap. Yasuo thrusts his left fist into Archie's face. The blow's even harder and weightier than the mop. It's cybernetic. Archie's flung backward, rolling and slamming into the wall. Catherine runs over and pulls her up from the ground. Archie, are you okay? Somehow I feel like the either the option between picking up the shoe and not picking up the shoe wouldn't have made a difference for this point in time. Ow, don't worry about me. I'm absolutely fine. She smiles, masking the intense agony rushing through her body. Archie's body is sturdy, but only enough to be able to survive the kind of common accidents she might face in everyday life. Of course, some degree of violence from a humanoid's master is anticipated in the design, but there's only so much you can do to make a robot durable within a functional construction budget. Once you get above a certain threshold of a harsh treatment, it ceases to be the maker's concern. Then the responsibility falls completely on the owner. Violence against robots is supposed to be a crime, after all. So sturdy as a humanoid may be, it's not impossible for a human with a weapon with a modicum of strength to cause them some serious damage. This music is really intense. Someone with a cybernetic limb would easily be powerful enough to cripple a robot. You just want the reward for bringing her in, don't you, Yasuda? So why do you need to hurt her like this? Violence against humanoids contravenes the robot protection statute, carrying a potential penalty of a large fine up to 3 years imprisonment. It's going to be an operative soon anyway. I'll just tell them that I found it this way. How many days do you have left? 5. What? Archie-chan? See, it's going to be useless junk in less than a week anyway. What's the harm in scrapping a little early? Think of it as me doing all the service. If you do that, do you really think they'll give you any kind of compensation? Oh, I see what's going here. You appear to be under the misapprehension that I am in this for some kind of cash reward. You're not? Then why'd you use me to get to her? Oh, you played your part well, but I'm not here for the money. I'm here for revenge. Yasuo grabs Atri's collar with a cybernetic arm and raises her up into the air. I wonder if Atri chopped off his arm, in which case he probably deserved it. I'm here to pay this thing back for how I ruined my professor's entire life's work. He slams his knee into her stomach. The blow jolts through the small girl's body. Now that one kinda hurt. Stop this! Catherine throws herself at Yasuo. Distracted due to his assault on Atri, he's slightly too slow to block her. Oh shit, there's a flash of silver followed by a splash of... Bro, she had the knife on her! Yasuo recoils and drops Atri, a shallow wound opening on his flesh arm. Oh, on his arm. Ow! Why did I make that sound like a moan? Now, a teacher's supposed to carry things like that around, I wonder. Ever since you turned up, I thought it was probably for the best. I'll do anything to protect my students. Her knife flashes, aiming inexorably for Yasuo's jugular. Ooh, yet the blade does not quite connect. Instead it hits something with a metallic clink. What? Atri grasps the knife in it with her hand. Atri, what are you... He'll die if you hit him like that, you know. Humans are very, very fragile. Atri grabs the knife from her and bends it like a rubber between her fingertips. Yasuo looks down at her with a sickly smile. Now, can you give us a moment? He opens his palm and thrusts it into Catherine's face. Oh, ouch. Oh shit. This is brutal, man. This is dark. She falls to the floor, retching and convulsing. Atri sees in his palm a still fizzling electrical coil. Seems to be some kind of stun gun, but built into a cybernetic arm. Hanako! Don't worry, she'll just be unable to move for a little while. I'd intended that shot for the robot, but I guess I still have some spare cartridges, I suppose. Atri saved you, didn't she? She's a nice girl, really. Can't you forgive her? You really don't understand, do you? I was just acting according to its programming. There's no nice about it. It's a robot. It has no emotions. I think that's true. Atri-chan's a sweet, gentle girl. Tsk. It's people like you, people who make conclusions without a shred of scientific evidence that makes scientists' lives a nightmare. You panderers got in the way of progress in robotics from day one, and in the end you were the ones that allowed everything we gained to crumble into dust. If it wasn't for you people demanding that humanoids had finite lifespans, they'd still be here, providing labor for us, fulfilling all of our needs. I tell you what, try and destroy one of those robots. Defective models must be culled for the good of the world. If not, they'll run amok again. The fearless spark will ruin everything we've worked for. It's all your fault! Stop! I'm fine. Come on, Natsuki! Tsk, you are a tough one. Goes to show how masterful Professor Kusaku's designs were. Yasuo grabs the fallen Atri by the hair, starts to pull her out of the classroom door. You there, you're coming too. Pointing over at the still prone Minamo who drags Atri out of the room. Puss. Pussy ass cunt. Take care of Hinako. Minamo is long behind. This is bad, man, on so many levels, bruh. Is here okay? This would be perfect, thank you. Sitting myself with the walking stick, I hop down from my passenger seat of the truck. If you need anything, call me here. See ya, Prof. Yeah, he's the most popular guy in town now. He can get a ride from anyone he wants. After sending Rerika off, I tried to rush to the school, but after several trips and falls, I was left extremely aware of how hard it is to run in desperation with only one leg. Luckily, a local deliveryman passed by and stopped for me. He was kind enough to let me ride with him. I had no idea what he was like, who he was, but he knew me. It's becoming a common occurrence in this town. I suppose it's just how well known I've become around here. I look up into the sky on the horizon. From beyond a great expanse of blue, an enormous swell of black cloud approaches. The rain is coming. I pull on the boat and make my way into the school. This is bad. I find Catherine collapsed on the classroom floor. That friend of Minamo's from the cooking club is beside her, looking after her. Yoko. Natsu-kun. As soon as she sets eyes on me, she starts bawling. What happened here? The scary old guy came and he shot Catherine. He shot her? She's still breathing? Yeah, it was just some kind of electric shock thingy. A stun gun? Those are non-lethal when fired at humans, but if a robot took a shot from one of those... Where's Atri? I thought she'd come here. He took her, and Minamo too. It was so scary. Natsuki, Catherine, you okay? What happened? His name is Yasuda. He's after Atri. I thought he just wanted to capture her and claim a bounty, but no. Now she's probably... What's he done to her? Where did he take her? I don't know. I didn't come across him on the way up, and I had to pull the boat over from the school entrance, so it doesn't seem like they could have left the building. Or the roof. Why didn't Atri obey my orders? If she hadn't come here, none of this would have happened. It almost seems like she's deliberately disobeying orders sometimes. What on earth is she... Stop that! That's Minamo. A loud shout comes from up above. Take care of Catherine for me. Oh shit. Oh, this is close up. Stop that! If you keep doing that, you'll kill her. Don't run me. I'm still fit as a fiddle. Stop smiling, you piece of scrap! Smack. Wow, that was a hard one. Wow, you're smiling at that? How can you keep laughing? What are you doing pretending to be human? It's disgusting! These blows don't even look like real blows, they're just like a light of white across the screen, bro. I don't know how you learn to mimic human expressions, but stop it right now. Yes, much better. How would you do something so horrible? It's all this thing's fault, it took everything from me. I used to be a humanoid designer, you know. I worked under the great Professor Konishi Kyosaku, the inventor of the YHN04B. He was a true genius in the field of robotics, a real forward thinker determined to bring new, ever more advanced humanoids into the world. But then this thing came along, ruined everything, all because she went crazy and ran amok. She what? Because like you wouldn't have heard. I suppose 30 years ago this piece of scrap forced its way into an elementary school and attacked a student. It was killed a defenseless little kid. No way, Atri-chan wouldn't do something like that. Tsk, seems to have learned just how to fool humans into thinking you're harmless, huh? YHN04B009. Look, this is the true face of a robot. Emotions, this thing has none. No conception of good and evil. Nothing. Should have been bound by the 3 laws, and somehow it was still able to hurt a human being. If it hadn't been sent in emergency stop signal, a child would have died. Nothing to save yourself! I have no memory of that. How convenient. I, however, will never forget. Professor Kyosaku became a persona non grata thanks to you. He died in shame. He lived his whole life labeled as an inventor of dangerous robots. No one would work with him again. Isn't that true, though? He was the one who made her. True, but if this thing had been brought in to be scrapped, his reputation could have been saved. But it just had to go and run away. As a precious student, it's my duty to bring you to justice. Why should you rub any more dirt into his reputation? It's not fair to blame her. It's not her fault. She doesn't even know what she's done, and I'm sure she only ran away because she didn't want to die, right? It's not fair to kill someone over one mistake. Don't you feel sorry for her? That's why I normally refrain from talking to the intellectually incurious. Told you before, it is simply an emotionless robot. It doesn't possess any feelings or desires. It's a mark of the true patheticness of the human mind, that it can be fooled into feeling sorry for such a machine, a mere tool. Does walking along a sidewalk make you tear up in sympathy for the tarmac? Does balling up a piece of paper to throw away make you feel a twinge of guilt? They, like this robot, nothing but objects. Who would empathize with the machine? I'm right, am I not? Tell them. He is correct, Minamo. I have no feelings to her. Being destroyed would mean nothing to me. Then why did you run away? You wanted to live, didn't you? Nothing but a program error. We always know that an AI can never possess a soul, ever since research began back in the 2020s. That can't be right. Atri-chan's always smiling and laughing so much with everyone. She couldn't do that without a heart. Of course it could. Simple pattern recognition. It learns how humans act in certain situations and copies them. I'm sure you've seen her freeze up and become unable to speak or emote for a moment, haven't you? That's what happens when it has no appropriate emotional data ready to process, and it cannot produce a suitable simulation of a human. If it had emotions, it would be able to react regardless, would it not? But it is foolish to try and deny reality simply because it does not appeal to you, girl. Your kind are the enemy of science. I have to wonder what on earth they teach you at school these days to produce such silly little emotion-driven children. Well, whatever, it's time to put an end to this stand-up robot. Come on, walk. Over to the edge. What are you doing? Stop! Climb over the railing. I've been wanting to try this. No matter how sturdy you are, a fall from this height should reduce you to pieces. Now jump. You should be able to do that, shouldn't you? What's wrong? What scared are you? I cannot do that. I am forbidden from committing suicide. And I'm telling you to break the 3 laws. I cannot do it. What a shame. I think I'll just have to finish you off with this. I engineered this on myself and might not be quite as powerful as yours are, but unlike you, I have a little something extra. This high-voltage stun gun will burn out every nerve in your body, and even if you survive, you'll never walk again. Now sink down to the depths of all the other scrap. Scrap is a derogatory term. Please take that back. What? Why do you care about that all of a sudden? It's finally the end. It's been such a long journey, Professor, but it's finally time to finish your work. No. Oh gosh. Minamo? Damn. Every single nerve in my body burns white hot with piercing agony. Holy shit. My entire body convulses and twitches as it crashes down to the concrete. Holy crap, man. Anakin! I probably didn't need to say that. Stop getting in my way! I started to realize what hit me as a high-voltage stun gun shot, the kind they used to incapacitate criminals or protesters. Those yells, no man must have built it into a cybernetic arm. My body's too racked with pain to stand. I just stares down at me impassively. Great, I made it. I don't even know how I managed to force myself in front of the shot. It took every ounce of strength I had to drive my one good leg into the ground and throw myself at Atri. It's lucky if that had hit you, it would have been bad. A strong gust of wind blows across the rooftop. The skies rumble, grey clouds blotting out the blue in what seems like an instant. That was literally just a fade out. Okay, whatever. The gleam fades from Archie's ruby red eyes. A shiver runs down my spine. I can sense that something bad is about to happen. You pathetic fools, being tricked by a mere simulation of emotions. Yasuo strides over to me and plants a foot into my stomach. You just think to Master Archie, you think you're as guilty as it is. Stop! My body is still twitching from the stun gun's blast. Yasuo grows more and more agitated, kicking and stamping on me furiously. This is what you deserve. This is nothing but a fraction of the pain you've caused. The blows suddenly stop. Looking up, I see Atri standing over me. She's pushed Yasuo, but just slightly, but enough to put him off balance and send him sprawling onto the floor. What are you doing? You're a robot. You can't harm a human. Atri? That was thunder. A peal of thunder splits the sky. On a signal, Atri darts forward. Kill him, please. Kill him. Kill him, dude, please. What? Kill him, please. Please kill him. Please end this man. End him. As Yasuo attempts to stand, Atri slams her knee into his chin. How do you get your knee up that high? You're so small. Okay, well, whatever, I'm not gonna... Holy shit, that is terrifying. She stares down at him with blood-red eyes as he recoils in pain. Stop the... Oh. His plea is swiftly cut off by her fist smashing into his face. She rains hit after hit down on him, not a single trace of anger crossing her visage. Her face twists and crumples, splattered with blood and spit. Holy shit. That rhymed. With each crunching blow, he lets out a scream like a crushed toad. Oh my god, this game just got really brutal all of a sudden, what the hell? I was not expecting this. The sound of fist on flesh reverberates across the horizon. Stop! He tries to fight her off, but she pushes him down with her entire weight. Her power is overwhelming. If she really went all out, she could crush his head like a grape. She stares at him with uncanny impassiveness as she slams her fists into him again and again. Stop this! Stop this! It's you damn stupid robot! You think you'll get away with doing this to a human? You little... He swings a cybernetic arm aiming for her neck. He's too slow. Atri intercepts his flailing strike and grasps his wrist in her hand. She tightens the grip. Is she going to break it? She ripped it off! And tears the whole arm off down to the elbow joint. What the hell is happening, dude? I am very... Wow, holy shit! This is crazy. This just got really dark all of a sudden. What? This is like School Days level plot twist. Screams. Ouch. Holy crap. He lets out an unearthly scream of agony. He seems on the point of passing out, even though he shouldn't actually have any nerves connected to his cybernetic arm. No, you've really done it. You piece of scrap. I'll take you to pieces just like I did your sisters. I didn't mean that. Stop, please. I'm sorry. I'm begging you. Atri, stop. She doesn't stop, unceasingly raining down blows onto his crumpled face. Archie-chan, stop! I scroll over to her and try to grab a hold of her. Even so, she keeps punching. I can feel the force of every strike reverberating through her body. I can hear the sound of bones shattering each time her fists make impact. You're gonna kill her at this rate. Archie, stop! I desperately try to cling on to her arms and stay their blows. I know you're angry, but stop, calm down. She suddenly freezes. She stares down at the crumpled mess below her with an utterly blank expression. It's the same as that time. I lost control and attacked a human. You remember now? Somewhere deep in those blood-red eyes, as dull and dark as the skies above, I think I glimpse a grey well of despair. That went really dark, really brutal, and really fast. Holy crap, man. What's going on? What is Yasta... Coming out onto the rooftop and seeing Yasta's bloodied body, Catherine is stunned into silence. Atri. So it really was you that attacked that student? Affirmative. I entered the school against orders and attacked a student. If someone had not stopped me, I would have killed them. You shouldn't even be able to consider attacking a human. How is that possible? I am defective. Atri stands and walks over to the edge of the roof. She climbs over the railings. Atri, what are you... It's exactly as he said. I am defective, and thus I must be scrapped immediately. My existence is an error. I must be destroyed. Catherine, please pick up that cybernetic arm. Confused, she does as requested. What am I supposed to do with this? Please shoot me with it. What? You should be able to fire it with the external trigger. I cannot die by my own hand, as is forbidden by my programming. Although that stun gun will not render me completely non-functional, it will reduce me to the level of scrap metal. You will be able to safely dispose of me into the ocean, where I will wait until I finally cease functioning. I can't do that. Are you willing to risk me hurting the children? Do you want me to do to your students what I did to this man? Head shaking, she points the arm at Atri. Stop! Don't mean idiot! She tosses the broken limb aside. You're one of my students too. I know that I said you were dangerous, but it was the only way I could protect everyone, protect you. Catherine was thinking about Atri all along. If Atri was teamed up hurting anyone, it would only mean she'd end up getting scrapped because of it. That was why she told Atri to stay away from the school, for her own sake. Atri walks back over to us and picks up the beaten up Yasta. Please, no more. Please do as you wish. You want to destroy me, don't you? You're okay with that? I do not have the authority to prevent you. I am a robot, and you are a human. Stop it, Atri-chan. You want to live, don't you? I do not wish to live, or to die. I simply believe that the most logical option would be for me to be scrapped. But, I don't want you to go. I want you to stay with us, Atri-chan. I do not understand. I'm afraid I cannot agree to your wishes. She climbs over the railings again, leaving the bloody Yasta standing on the other side. Now, please push me. No! I silly pull myself up to my feet. I know that you have a heart, really, Atri. I know you have emotions. You are mistaken. I have no heart. No, you do. I know it, so... Silence, robots don't have hearts! Yasuo screams at me. Who are you to decide that? A scientist, that's who I am. I'm the last remaining student at the great Professor Kanishi Kusaku at that. And you think that means you know everything about humanoids? Not everything, but damn near everything. This man was alive when humanity's technological advancement was at its peak. I'm sure he must have had a lot of knowledge and a lot of data. Most of the scientists with this level of learning have long since retired or died. Then let me ask you a question. Didn't that professor you're obsessed with study the possibility of humanoids having emotions? I remember what I read in my textbooks now. He ended up a pariah, but he produced some work that shook the whole field of robotics. Indeed, he studied if it was possible to give an AI emotions, but he passed away before he could ever perfect his theories. A certain robot going crazy meant that no one would work with him. So why are you so convinced the robot can't have a heart? No one can look at Atri and think she's soulless. She is merely mimicking human behavior. She learns patterns and then reproduces them according to simulation data. Nothing more. Don't humans learn behavior in the same way, though? We're socialized by the people around us as we grow up. We're not born with it all pre-installed, are we? That is true, but there's one thing humanoids missing. Consciousness. An AI does not possess a conscious mind. They can't decide their own goals and objectives. Do you understand what that means? It means a human has to give them objectives, right? Exactly. They have to be told what their priorities are, be it cleaning up, or carrying a package, or firing a missile. Give them an objective, and they will use past accumulated knowledge to decide the best course of action to complete it. They can do most things better than a human can. In fact, tell them to do a task badly, and they do a better job of doing it badly than any human. But what would happen if you took a cleaning robot outside and just told it, live as you wish? It wouldn't even move from the spot. It couldn't. The boom in AI research in the 2020s quickly slowed down, didn't it? And it was because designers couldn't find a way to make an AI capable of choosing and setting its own goals. In other words, giving them a consciousness, a soul. Professor Kusaku was involved in the very same research. He'd almost found a key that could have changed everything. Yes, his voice breaks and tears starts to shriek down his bloody cheeks. I'm sweating, man. But all that came to naught. He should have been a household name, held up by as one of the greatest geniuses of all of our time. No, you're wrong. He's exceeded. I mean, you're telling me this piece of scrap actually has a heart? Well, she's evidently capable of defining her own objectives. She's able to break both the three laws of robotics and orders given to her by humans. Those are nothing but programming errors. If they were proof of anything, other robots at the same make would have manifested the same problems. But only Atri has produced them. Well, I don't know what made her different, but maybe all the humanoids of her model could have had the potential for emotions. What utter foolishness. Is this thing If this thing is capable of breaking the 3 laws, why does she need to put me to push her? Why can't you kill yourself, robot? That's obvious. It's because there's still something she wants to do. She still has unfinished business here in these last 5 days. She won't kill herself because she doesn't want to die. What evidence do you have of that? You were just seeing what you want to see. I have proof. I found it in here. I pulled out a notebook of my coat, Archie's log. A log? Professor Kosaku was very particular about handwritten logs. He said it brought the robots closer to us. I hand him the book, and he starts to flick through it. All the while, he wears a cold, scornful smile. So you say there's some kind of evidence in here? It just looks like standard everyday comings and goings. I thought the same the first time I read it, but find June the 2nd. I want to talk to you, so wait for me in that place I mentioned. My master gave me that command. I waited, but she did not come. This was because she was dead. In humanoid terms, she had ceased to function. Without my master, I have no purpose. Without a purpose, my existence is unnecessary. I am a defective model created by mistake. I thus determined that it would be best for me to be destroyed. My, how touching. But you are reading far too much into emotion for nothing but standard humanoid programming. You're saying I'm just feeling the same kind of empathy as we do for animals or other objects. Exactly. Well, look a little closer. Oh? Dead. How odd. The word smudged. What would that be? It's been blurred by her tears. When she realized what she was writing, she started to cry. What nonsense. It was probably just a stray droplet of eye-cleaning fluid. It's not just there, though. Look at the other pages. I read through the entire log in the truck on the way here. It records in intricate mechanical detail every single thing that happened in Atri from her creation to the day she lost her memories. Holy crap. Okay. Every single thing, several things she went through. And yet it's all written with absolute dispassion. It almost seems cold and cruel. It was only then, when I saw those small, seemingly insignificant marks, that I realized. This is ridiculous! Humanoids do not cry. Even if they are able to mimic human emotions, they do not cry! That's the accepted wisdom. Humanoids aren't supposed to be built with the capability to cry. True, bro. Atri? Yes? What do you feel right now? Nothing. Don't try to suppress it, just feel what you feel. I do not have a heart to feel with. I know you might think that. Even I don't know how to prove that I have the ability to feel or possess any kind of soul. You spelled possess wrong, by the way. But that's exactly why you have to express what you have inside yourself. You don't have to hold back anymore. You don't have to pretend to just be a robot. I want to know everything you're feeling. Every last thing. I wonder if this will be the final episode. I don't know. Oh man. It's like a great dam has burst. Archie's face immediately fills with heartbreaking sadness. Tears stream down her cheeks. She holds her head in her hands and wails. Let me just wait for that. Wait for her to stop. There we go. Okay. Guessing I won't have to do any narration for this part. The rain comes. The sky's open, the rain's flowing together with her tears. She cries and cries, letting out every last tear that she's been keeping built up inside. Can't believe it. I was always so sure they were just mimicking humans. She's crying and breaking orders, but why? Why? Because she needs to. She wipes away the tears again and again, but more only take their place. She cries a tear for every one of the hard times, the heartbreaks, the horrors. 30 years after she was created, 5 days before she ceases to be, she cries out every one of her life's regrets. Archie wanted to know the meaning of happiness, not because she didn't understand emotions, but because she knew one too well. Sadness. Hold on my arms and Archie rushes into my embrace. This is fucking... I have my volume up really high. My parents might be wondering what the fuck's going on in here. I gently stroke her back as she pulls into my chest. So, your master, it was Yachigusa Shina, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Shina-sama, 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 Shina-sama. Hearing a master's name after so long, it seems like all of the memories come rushing back. She calls that name over and over again, the name of my mother. I had a feeling. Okay, this might very well be the last chapter, but I can't end it here. I can't end the video here. I'm sorry, but either this episode will be real long, or the next episode will be real short. I don't know. I woke up, or both. I woke up. The person who purchased me left me an order. I am busy, so look after my kid for me. My master is a 9-year-old female. The first thing she said to me was, let's be friends. She appears to be a friendly person. I replied, gladly. Master gave me a name. She said, it's difficult to call for you without a name. She thought up some options. Ruri, Natsumi, Toaster, Dave, Iron Girl. She could not decide on one. I explained to her that Iron Girl may be infringing on several copyrights. Oh, it makes you sound like a superhero, though, she replied. A bird sat on my shoulder when I was out with my master. I twittered loudly, directly adjacent to my oral senses. It was very annoying. More of them came. They sat on my other shoulder and my head. I judged them a hindrance to my duty. I attempted to remove them. My master laughed. Looks like they really like you. They must think you're one of them. Those are bramblings. They're called Atri in Japan, where they come to in the winter. Atri would be a nice name. I'll call you that. She has given me the name Atri. My analysis indicates that being given a personal name is a sign of being accepted by humans. The bramblings flew away after staying on my shoulder for a moment. The person who purchased me, my master's mother, is too busy with her work to perform household chores. I will do them in her stead. I made a mistake. My failures upset my master. However, her mood improved when I gave her snacks. Even if you make a mistake, I'll forgive you. We're friends after all. She forgave me for my mistakes. My master gave me an order. Hey, when you're having fun, you should smile. However, I do not know how to smile. She told me to try. The result upset her greatly. It appears that I am as bad at smiling as I am at housework. Master came home from school injured. There were marks on her face and arms. She did not tell me why. It appears something happened to her on the way home from school. I went to pick my master up from school. I am forbidden from entering the school grounds. I waited for her outside, and she came out with some classmates. She was carrying bags for 4 of them. They were pushing her and hitting her. She was smiling, but I judged her actions to be hostile and gave them a warning. Please refrain from attacking my master. Who the hell are you? She's a humanoid. I heard she's a useless piece of scrap that can't even do housework. I warned them again, and my master shouted at me, Stop it! Leave me alone! One of the children hit me. I issued another warning. Violence against robots is forbidden by the Robot Protection Statute. If I am damaged, you may face penalties. This only made the girl hit me harder. They then pushed me to the ground, kicked me and stamped on me. My master left me alone and returned home before me. I am much more durable than humans. It was a good decision for her to use me to run away. Afterward I returned home. Master was worried. I told her, I am fine. I am built to be sturdy. You shouldn't do stuff like that. It seems I have displeased her, but if she had taken the blows I did, she would have been seriously injured. Humans are much more fragile than I am. I have finally succeeded in helping my master. Master returned home covered in bruises again. Nothing happened to us on the way home, so I assumed that she must have been attacked on school grounds. I cannot enter the school to take the blows in her stead. I do not know what to do. Master returned home covered in bruises again. When I asked her what happened, she pushed me over. She asked me, You'd be fine with being bullied, wouldn't you? Yes, I would. That's right, you don't have feelings to get hurt. Her expression was deadly serious. You don't feel happy or sad or angry. I can't be friends with someone who can't even feel anything. My master has ceased to be my friend. Master attacked me, she hit me and verbally abused me. I believe that she is using me as an outlet for the abuse she receives at school. I am sturdy and cannot be hurt. I am helping her. My master verbally abused me. Is there any reason for you to exist? If you can't do chores, you're a useless piece of scrap. Come on, smile. It's weird if I'm the only one smiling. If I smile, will you be happy, master? Yeah. I smiled. You're creepy. I am indeed bad at smiling. I want to learn how. When Master came home, she locked herself up in her room and cried. When I asked her to explain why, she told me that she had been chosen as the lead in the class play at the school festival. Is that not a wonderful thing? Congratulations. No, it's not. They're definitely planning to humiliate me in front of the whole school. My master is the only person appearing in the play. It appears it is nothing but a trap to cause her embarrassment. You just don't understand. Don't pretend to empathize with me. My master shouted and threw things at me. Something hard hit my head. If I was human, I would have been injured, but I was unharmed. I wish my master was as sturdy as me. I would have been injured, but I was unharmed. I wish my master was as sturdy as me. Master has not been to school in a week. Her mother scolded her for feigning illness, but I believe this is the best way to ensure her safety. Since she stopped attending school, my master's mood has improved. I frequently accompany her on walks. She took me to the cliff overlooking the sea. She told me that it was her favourite place. She began to hum a song. I copied her. You're good at that. Let's sing together. She taught me the song and we sang together. She smiled happily. It has been 35 days since I saw her smile. We sang together until sunset. You're my only friend, you know. I am Master's friend. This morning a teacher came to our home. She brought one of the classmates I had seen Master with before. The teacher said that my master was causing problems for everyone by not going to school. The classmate smiled. We're friends, aren't we? That's fucking creepy, bro. My master cried and screamed as they dragged her away. I sensed that she was in danger, so I went to school. However, I could not enter. I waited outside. I noticed a commotion in the building. Someone went out on the roof. I confirmed visually that it was my master. She climbed over the railings and stood on the roof. My master is in danger. My master is in danger. My master is in danger. I tried to enter the school grounds, but my body seized up. It had detected that I was attempting to disobey an order. If I was to try to force myself to move, I could be damaged. But my master was in danger. I'm a robot. I can be fixed. My master is human. I entered the school grounds and headed for the roof. She was there, along with many of my classmates. She was planning to jump. I estimate that the likelihood of her dying if she fell would be 97%. This is that her classmates and her teachers are encouraging her to commit suicide. This is really dark, man. This is lame. She's such an idiot. The classmate that forced her here continued to verbally abuse her. Teacher also admonished her. Just how determined are you to cause everyone problems? I was unable to understand what was occurring. My master shouted, I'll do it. I'll really jump. As if you don't have the guts, just try it. The child began to urge her on. She clapped and shouted, Jump, jump, jump. The assembled crowd joined in. Jump, 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 jump. My master was being attacked. My master was being attacked. My master was being attacked. I judged the crowd to be an attempt to harm my master, forced my way through them and grabbed hold of the child, leading the chant. In order to stop her clapping, first I broke both of her arms. They were very fragile. Holy crap! You broke both of a child's arms? She continued to shout at me, so I jumped on her back to limit her movement. I attempted to destroy her mouth in order to prevent her speaking, but even after many blows, she would not stop screaming. Help me, I'm sorry, I won't bully her ever again. I obsessed that her mouth still possessed the potential to be dangerous. I repeatedly struck her until her teeth were broken and blood was pouring down her chin. What the fuck? Yet still she talked. Her mouth had to be destroyed, destroy, destroy, destroy. I must protect my master, I must protect my master, I must protect my master. My body suddenly stopped moving. My entire frame surged with electricity, causing me great agony. Straining to look up, I saw my master. The colour had drained from her face. She was scared. She told me, I didn't want this. I took that as an emergency stop command and ceased moving immediately. Several hours later, I was collected by my manufacturer. As I was taken away, my master said to me, You monster. After being assessed by my manufacturer, I was sentenced to be scrapped. While I was undergoing assessment, other humanoids of my model were recalled. They had shown no signs of errors, but they were scrapped regardless. Laws forbid the reuse of cybernetic brains that may have programming errors, so they were all efficiently disposed of in a crushing machine. I watched them being scrapped, robots that looked just like me being reduced to twisted hunks of metal. Why did it turn out this way? What am I? I undid my restraints and left the facility. I searched for my master. I forcibly shut down my network connections to avoid being discovered by my manufacturer. However, I do not know how else to search for my master. If I am found, I will be scrapped. I will have to search in secret. I cannot find my master. In order to avoid detection, I walked into the mountains. I found a place that was familiar to me. I followed a road that I had once walked with my master back to her home. Her mother was there. Did you really walk all this way? Why did you come here? She's not here. She's got married and moved out. Wait, where are you going? I set out to find her again. I found my master. Her appearance is altered. Humans change as they grow. I watched her from afar, so as not to be discovered. There is a small human that she often carries. He looks somewhat like she did as a child. My master is living a happy life. She is always smiling. She smiles most when around the small human. The small human cries a lot. Master does not realize that I am here. It is likely that it would cause trouble for her if she discovered me, so I will continue to observe from afar. The small human crawled out into the garden on all fours. Master did not realize. He crawled towards the road. A car came toward him. There was danger that the two could make contact. I decided that I must prioritize his safety over remaining hidden. I made contact with the car, but the small human was saved. A person got out of the car and picked the small human up, and I hid in the shadows again. My master came outside to retrieve him. The driver looked around in search of me, but he did not find me. The small human has grown much bigger. He goes to school every day. I keep watch over him, so he does not have the same experiences as my master. My master is taking the small human somewhere in her car. I believe they are travelling to her mother's home, headed in the same direction. My master's car did not arrive. I traced the path it should have taken. A tunnel had collapsed. I entered it in order to perform rescue activities. I discovered several people whose bodily functions had already ceased. My master is still alive. However, she was seriously injured. She said something to me, but it was full of contradictions. I was unable to understand. I believe she was confused. She left me in order and died, so there was still a living human nearby, so I rescued him. The rain stopped. The rain's letting up. Oh, the blue sky starts to glimmer and the reflections like in the puddles. Oh. Atri? I'm sorry, can I use you as a towel, Natsuki-san? Go ahead. leans in to rub her head against my chest. She sniffles and rubs her nose on me. So you produce snot as well as tears? Great. That's just how high performance I am. You look like a mess. You did give me a pretty hard beating. It's fine, though. I'm built to be sturdy. I'm sorry that I couldn't protect you. I'm the one who's supposed to be protecting you. Please concentrate on just being protected. No chance. I love you, you know. And a human always wants to protect the ones they love. Well, that's a coincidence. Humanoids are exactly the same. I made such a huge mistake. Oh, yes, you have, you stupid bitch! He falls with his knees clutching his mangled arm and tearing into the sky. And staring into the sky. You should have died. His rain-soaked, blood-stained body is utterly wretched and pathetic. You were involved in Konishi Kusaku's research, and yet you still insisted a humanoid could never possess a heart. If you'd just been able to imagine the possibilities, it could have changed the world. Suddenly remember my father's words. No one can be a scholar without one thing: curiosity. You have to be curious about the world and imagine all the possibilities it could hold. Then, even something that appears to be just an error could end up being a clue to something bigger. Catherine, can I leave the rest to you? Ririka should be bringing Ryuji here right now. Okay, got it. I lean down in front of Atri. Raise your foot. Oh? I held out her shoe. Oh, that. I had a feeling something was missing. She wiggles the toes in her bare foot. I slide the beaten up loafer into it. Okay, let's go home. Okay. Holy crap, man. I feel I'm exhausted. She's still gonna fucking deactivate though, right? I toss my stick away and flop down on the bed. How are you feeling? I'm fine. It doesn't really hurt that much anymore. Being hit by the stun gun was sheer agony, but it doesn't appear to have left any lingering after effects. If it had hit Atri, it may have well burned out a large part of her circuitry. I'm so glad that I made it. What about you? Are you feeling okay? She runs her hands along her arms and across her head. Those places must have been where Yasu did the worst. Probably last 4 days at least. I instinctively throw my arms around her. It must have really hurt, right? No, it wasn't so bad, although I do have the ability to feel pain. Once it goes above a certain threshold, there is a limiter that kicks in. I silently held it close to me. An experience like this can be as hard on the heart as it is on the body. Pretty upset, go ahead and tell me, okay? Okay. She wraps her arms around me and sinks her face into my chest. When he was punching me and when I punched him, it felt like something in my mind was breaking. Like a screw was coming loose, my skull was cracking, something in my core was being destroyed. It's an ironic thing that acting based on your emotions can break your own heart. But this feels like I'm being fixed. She turns her grip on me. So this is what it feels like to be healed. So you understand now why I like it when you baby me sometimes? I do, yes. I stare at her for a moment and she glances at me awkwardly. Is there something wrong? I let go of her and pick up my pillow. I present the yes side to her. Huh? That wasn't the reaction I was expecting. I thought for sure she'd be grinning and throwing herself at me. I'm tired, so I was thinking of taking a little nap. I put the pillow in front of her. That's... She snatches the pillow out of my hands and flips the nose side toward me. What? Ahem. I'll watch over you from here, so please rest in peace. But ahem. She spins her place on the floor and turns away. Atri, my sweet love, who will. Okay, that's kind of a cringe line though. Not listening. What's up with her? A little disconcerted, I lie down alone on the bed. I'm so exhausted that I drift off almost immediately. Everything goes dark. Sleeping noises. Natsuki-san? Sleeping noises. Why on earth did I do that? He's normally resistant, but he went out of his way to be honest with me today. I really want to hug him. I just can't. In order to calm herself down, Atri pulls a notebook out of her dress. It's a notebook Natsuki bought her. The moment she remembered her master's name, a torrent of other memories flooded her mind. However, there are still a lot of things she doesn't recall. She opens the log to the first page. Reading through the entire log, eh? I awaken to the sound of soft sobbing. Archer is sitting by the side of the bed, reading a notebook under the candlelight. Shh. Yeah, I don't really say that. That's the exact same thing in Japanese and English. Are you reading a log? Oh, She quickly hides the book. I'm sure that thing is full of so many terrible memories for her. I sit up and reach out a hand to wipe away her tears. It's odd. My eyes won't stop leaking cleaning fluid. They're called tears, Atri. I see. I've learned something. You've always had the ability to feel sadness. You must have been through so much and learned to cry as a result. The log was littered with smudges. They're there the moment her master called her a monster. The moment that she watched the other YHN 04B models be crushed. The moment her master, my mother, died. My mother seems like she was a pretty horrible master. She also was? She was quite cruel to you, wasn't she? She let me stay by her side even though I was useless. If a robot like me doesn't feel like a being of use, we don't know what to do. I suppose being useful is real happiness for robots. She blows her nose and wipes her tears away. If I could have felt happiness back then rather than sadness, maybe I would not have made Sheena so sad too. Muttering to herself, she reached through the logs again. Atri had been there for my mother when she had no friends, but she lost her trust. My mother had lived longer, maybe she could have replaced all those terrible memories with good ones. I stroke her hair and she leans against me. It's okay if I have a little nap too. I pick up the pillow and eagerly pat the yes side, this time for sure. She grabs the pillow and throws it out the window onto the deck. Hey, what are you doing? I cannot allow you to risk breaking the robot protection statute. Dude, that face. That's an anime face right there. I've got a lot less nice lately. Huh? I want too. Fantastic. It's you that's become more of a pervert, Natsuki-san. I don't even want to know you anymore. She pouts and turns away. She's a little different than before. Guess opening up to her emotions has changed her. I lie down on the bed just as alone as before. This is kind of depressing. The day comes to an end. That leaves 4 days until Atri ceases to function. I drift off to sleep, imagining what these last days will be like. While the rocket launch happened, 31st. You want to talk to me about something? Yes, it's about Natsuki-san. I'm a little worried about my relationship with him. Oh, you need relationship advice? Oh god. You're breathing quite heavily, President Minamo. Yes, relationship advice. I mean, what? Okay. That's natural in this kind of situation, so what's your problem? Nani. Before we talk about that, are we the only ones here today? Yeah, after what happened yesterday, no one's come to the club. It'll probably be like this for a while. I suppose that's my fault. I've really caused everyone a lot of problems, haven't I? How are you feeling, by the way? I'm pretty fine. I went to the doctor to check nothing was broken and said it shouldn't leave any scars. How about you? Are you okay? I'm perfectly fine. I was built to be sturdy. I just need to learn to cook again so I can make meals for Natsuki-san. Oh, it's all for him, is it? Hee. So that's what Natsuki-san's been doing to annoy you. So what? Oh, so what's he been doing to me? You're kind of close. It's not really a problem with him. If anything, it's with me. It's like I can't even look him in the eye sometimes. I feel like I can hardly sit still when I'm around him. When Natsuki-san protected me, it was really, really cool, wasn't it? I know, right? It was awesome! A little embarrassing to have him take a hit from me like that, but it made me happy too. I know just how you feel. And then he helped me get in touch with my emotions. He's just so nice. Exactly, he's really nice. This is just them both agreeing on the same thing. Bro's got his harem of 2. When I think about him, I start blushing. Been completely fine with hugging him while he slept before, but now I just can't do it. At this rate, I won't be able to fulfill my duties as his leg. I see. You've really fallen for him, haven't you? He's your first love. You're getting a little too excited. Getting hit in the head hasn't made you go weird, has it? It's not that, I'm just a little giddy, I guess. So this is love? Yep, there's no mistaking it. I don't think we have enough information to ascertain that. I don't think I can confidently say that I'm in love myself. Why not? You do feel that way about him, don't you? I've only just accepted that I'm able to feel emotions. I'm beginning to this whole experience, so I don't really know what I'm feeling. To be honest, I can't rule out the possibility that this love is just an error in my programming caused by my mind's breakdown drawing near. I see. It's tough to know your own emotions. I can see what you mean. I've had the same experience. What's that face for? You're in love with Natsuki-san too, aren't you? Huh? Just kind of looks that way. I don't have any particular evidence to base my suspicions on. But going by your behaviour, it's a possibility. Am I wrong? No, you're exactly right. I knew it. Don't tell anyone, alright? This is our little secret. Understood. I might have the ability to disobey orders, but I won't break this promise. This means we'll have to stop here, though. I read in those how-to guides that asking for relationship advice from someone in love with the same person is a grave breach of good manners. True, it happened in school days, and that was horrifying. That went really badly. I'll ask someone else. Yoko does call herself an expert in all things romantic. Don't worry about that. You've got the answer you wanted, haven't you? Oh? If you could tell that I was in love, you must be able to understand what love feels like, right? I can tell you for certain. You're in love with Natsu-kun. I really do love him? So, what are you going to do about it? What do you mean? If you're in love with someone, you should tell them. If you let the chance escape you like I did, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. The rest of your 4 days. The rest of my life, even if it's just 4 days. Those are some really scary words. I love Natsukin, but I also love you too, Atri-chan. So you know that nothing would make me happier than two of the people I love being happy together. Minamo, you really are the nicest person I've ever met. Makes me feel lucky to have met someone like you. So what are you going to do? I don't really know if I need to do anything. You'll never get anywhere in love. You're afraid of getting hurt. I see. Oh, fuck. Dropped a eraser. That Yasuda guy was a real piece of work. True, and he's not even in the, he's not even in this list. Funny. Oh, funny. Back. A gentle breeze is blowing up on the rooftop, so gentle you wouldn't possibly imagine what had occurred here yesterday. If I'd been here, I would have kicked his ass before he even had the chance to lay a finger on you. While that incident was happening, Ryuji was off having a meeting with our salvage client. He ran to the school as soon as Ririka told him what was happening, but it was all over by the time he arrived. How's Atri doing? She's fine. She's doing some club activities if you want to see her. She took enough punishment that ideally she'd be sent to a manufacturer for repairs, but that's impossible for a number of reasons. That's good. Thanks to this, everyone's going to know that she's the humanoid that caused that incident 31 years ago, though. Yeah, she snapped the kid's arms and beat her face in. Like, seriously, that's more than just, like, a little... That's, like... Wowzers. Like, that's freaking crazy. That's almost child murder in a game that I thought was relatively PG. There are probably still people in this town who remember it happening. Even if they don't remember, if they find out that Archie is a fugitive with a bounty on her head, it could be trouble. I could hide her like my grandmother did, but she only has 4 days left. I wanted those last days to be as normal as possible. Somehow, I don't think that's going to cause too many problems, though. What do you mean? I think her name has earned a little goodwill around here. If you say so. Don't quite know how far that goodwill will stretch, but Ryuji knows this town well. I can probably trust his words. How'd the meeting go, by the way? The engineers gave the transfer substation a look over, and they said we should be able to use it. It's still all hooked up to the grid. So we'll just need to contact it to Eden, and the whole town will be able to use it. Yep, we may as well give it a try. That's if Eden's generators are still working, that is. So, what do you want to do? I'm ready to head out any time. We need to talk to Archie first. Gotcha. Atri. My senses detect an idiot approaching. Who are you calling an idiot? You're the one who got beat up yesterday. How are you feeling? Absolutely fine. Just like nothing happened. I'm high performance after all. Really? I heard you were crying like a little baby. No, I didn't. Honestly, Natsuki-san, what are you telling people? Hey, it wasn't me. Sorry, that was me. Oh, it's good to see you looking alright at least. Why are you even friends with this guy, Natsuki-san? It makes me doubt your judgment. Shut your face. He might be kind of a lunkhead, but he's a decent man. Way to not pull your punches, dude. Will the club be going for much longer? Nope, we've just finished. We were just revising the recipes we've done until now today. Yes, we've gone over everything and I can manage it all again now. I noticed your logbook is full of recipes. Looks like I'll be eating well tonight. Why does this hand look like it's... Go on, Achi-chan. She pushes her forward. I'm not ready. This is all new to me. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Jeez, you're lame sometimes. If there's something you want to say, just say it. Dude. Oh, damn it, Minamo. His face contorts as she punches his side. I wonder if Minamo's going to end up with Ryuji. Natsuki-san, there's something of the highest importance I want to discuss with you. Okay. What's with that wording? I wait for her to respond, but she seems to be struggling to speak. I think we're probably getting in the way. We should leave. What? Come on. I only just got here. Staying's fine, right? No, it's not. Let's go, Ryu-chan. There's something I want to talk about with you anyway. Well, hey, don't push me like that. Minami shoves Ryuji out of the classroom. Do your best, Atri-chan. Roger, Minamo. Now that we're alone, I should take a deep breath. Phew. There's something I have to tell you. Her face turns bright red and she stares down at the ground. I can't do it. I just can't, Minamo. What? So, robots have fucking blushing now? They can actually have that ability? This must be something really serious if she's having so much trouble saying it. It might have to be the one who moves things along. Would you go somewhere with me right now? Archie startles and raises her head. Where to? Anyway, I just want to go somewhere with you. You mean a date? I suppose you could call it that. Her face flushes even more red, and she averts her gaze again. Okay, let's go. She bolts for the door, only topping her tracks going down her feet. Can I go back to the ship for a moment first? Okay, why though? I need something. You can wait here, Natsuki-san. With that, she sprints out of the classroom at full speed. It's like she doesn't want to waste a single second. It's hard to wait for her outside the school. It's kind of fun waiting for a girl to arrive for a date. We normally spend so much time with each other with that having a moment apart makes this whole experience feel so much more date-like. My, don't you look happy? Great, here comes someone to spoil my mood. What are you doing standing around here? I'm waiting for someone. I don't tell her it's Atri, it just feels kind of embarrassing. Do you need something? If so, hurry up and tell me. No, I just saw you out the window. Can't this old soak leave me be? I don't want her to know I'm waiting for a date. Natsuki-san! Atri comes running towards me, waving eagerly. That was a long san. Oh, so that's what you were waiting for. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, no reason. I see what's going on here. She grins. Here comes some kind of humiliation. Anyway, this is good timing. Huh? Sorry if I kept you waiting. Why'd you need to go back to the ship for, anyway? What? I look her up and down, nonplussed. Catherine elbows me in the side with enough force to give me bad flashbacks to yesterday. You blockhead, look at her feet. Her feet? Instead of her beaten up old loafers, she's wearing the new sandals I bought her. Oh, she remembered those? Have a little consideration, Mr. Dense. Shut up, Mrs. Drunk. I suppose I should thank her, but no. Atri. Hidesu? This... Wow, that's long. Yes, those sandals are really cute. They suit you perfectly. Thanks. Thankies. I thought I may as well wear them, seeing as this is a date. Ho-ho. Don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud. Let's go. There's certain someone here ruining the atmosphere. Hold on a second. Catherine takes a step closer to Atri. Why, well, I want to apologize for what happened yesterday, and for telling you not to come to school. I'm sorry. I put everyone in danger by not trusting you. You don't have to apologize to me. Natsuki-san told me about how you were trying to protect both of the other children and me. I failed, though. I tried to protect my students by cutting you out. But you said that I was one of your students too, didn't you? Well... Arigato gozaimasu. That was long. Okay, let's go. Atri takes my hand, bouncing up and down like an excited little kid. Catherine watches us walk off with a troubled expression. Not teeter around who wouldn't love to have a student like you. This game is not over. I'm not sure how far it is from over, but I'm guessing we've got a few days left to go. So let's keep on going. Giggling. Two of us walk through the market district hand in hand like we have many times before. Today, though, Atri is grinning particularly widely. A while back, she would have been bouncing around and singing, but she's oddly quiet now. She really has changed since yesterday. I'm going to say that's a good sign. She's aware of her own emotions, but she doesn't quite understand how to deal with them yet. This presents something of a chance for me. Oh ho ho, it does it. I'll confess my feelings to her again and tell her that I love her. This time she'll really understand how I feel. Don't you one-up her, bitch. Sure, it'll go fine. She loves me too, I know it. Well, she does. But don't you one-up her, bitch. Giggling noises. I'm glad that Ryuji gave me a little advice earlier. I would turn that fan on, but because I'm fucking hot, but afraid it'll pick up the mic and be annoying. Gotta watch yourself, Natsu. Sometimes women get off this vibe that they're into you and then turn around and blow you off. You might pour your heart out to them and they just go, oops, sorry for giving you the wrong impression. He sounds like he's got experience with this. You hear me? Come back alive, bro. Haha. I'm sure Archie wouldn't do that. Well, not sure as such, but to be honest, when I confessed to her before, I was only half sure that she would feel the same way. But when I told her I loved her yesterday... No chance. I love you, you know, and a human always wants to protect the ones they love. Well, that's a coincidence. Humans are exactly the same. That has to mean she loves me back, right? That has to outweigh what Ryuji said, surely. There's no way to know if she loves me in the same way I love her, though. I just have to be very, very careful how I do this. Well, I'm lost in thought. Archie stares at me absent-mindedly. What was that look for? It's nothing. There's something so cool about him when he's thinking like that. I couldn't take my eyes off him. This is fucking hilarious. Did I just skip something? Oh, wait. Where are we going to go? Well, I'm a little thirsty, so I bet we go to a cafe, or maybe... I want a fruit bar! Oh yeah, you love those things, right? Wonder how much money we have now. The fruit bar stall is out in the market again today, selling all manner of delicious-looking skewers. Which one would you like? Oh, the pineapple one. It's lovely and tart. Okay, then I'll have the melon. We walk along chewing on the sweet fruit, exactly like on a first date. It's delicious. Want to try the melon too? Okay, you can have some. My pineapple too. Ah, these fruit bars are the best. They quench your thirst and they let you share a cute moment like this. Sweet in multiple ways. Thank you, fruit bar lady. I shouldn't get ahead of myself though. I can't get carried away like this, like I did on our first date. Delicious things really do make you happy. That means I'm happy, doesn't it? She falls silent, staring at the pineapple standing inertly on its stick. Are we sharing happiness right now, Natsuki-san? Indeed we are. I hope that's true. I remember those words my mother said to her. Come on, smile. It's weird if I'm the only one smiling. As harsh as they seem, I can understand how she felt. I wanted to share in many happy and fun times with Atri, knowing we were in love, but it was all one-sided until now. I've said even worse things to her than my mother. And all this time, Atri was agonizing over her inability to share her emotions. Even now she's struggling. Ow! I just focused on chomping away at the pineapple that her foot catches on something and she nearly topples over. I'm just able to grab her and keep her upright. Sorry about that, it's hard to walk in these sandals. What they lack in utility, they more make up for in cuteness. Archie seems slightly annoyed by their impracticality, but she doesn't seem to mind too much. So she's slightly annoyed, but she doesn't really mind. Okay, what's up? I was just thinking, they do make me closer to you than normal. She clutches onto me, face burning red. This has definitely got to mean she loves me. Bro, just go for it, bro. My heart sings only to be roughly silenced where Ryuji said past. Calm down, Natsuki. You can't assume a humanoid like Atri will have obeyed the same kind of common sense as humans. If I don't take care, I'll end up heartbroken again. Hey up, you two look like you're getting along well today. Past no man goes out to us. Hello there. Konnichiwa desu. This kind of thing happens frequently when I walk around with Atri. Heard you got into a bit of a fuss yesterday, huh? You okay? Pretty fine, as you can see. Anyone ever try to give you trouble again, you come to me, you hear? I'll give them a piece of my mind. That'd be great, thank you. The whole town seems to know what happened yesterday. That probably means they know what happened all those years ago, too. That's right, we're all on your side here, Archie-chan. Another man wanders over to us, followed by another. Soon there's a whole crowd thronging around us. Every single person has kind words for Atri. It's a real surprise to find out that you're the humanoid from that instant, though. You know what happened then? Of course, I was in elementary school back then. I was in a different class at the same place. I can see why it happened, though. There was some terrible bullying that went on in that place. I feel ashamed that I didn't say anything. You don't have to feel like that. What happened to the child who she attacked? If I remember correctly, she moved away straight afterward. Other people nod. Didn't the teacher get reassigned somewhere too? They did? Anyway, stop by the store sometime. I'll give you some freebies. Thank you, I'd love them. You take good care of her, you hear, young professor? Don't you go making her sad. Yes, sir. They're all such friendly people. Maybe it's being around Atri that turns us all into happier people. You really are popular around here. That's just because of how high performance I am. Archie worked her hardest to understand and replicate my mother's emotions. As a result, she managed to learn how to give at least the appearance of having feelings. Now, she's capable of expressing such a range of emotions. There's a certain irony to the fact that it took such terrible things to learn all this, for the harvest to be reaped only after she lost her master. What's wrong? You look sad. Just think about everything you've gone through. Here, have some melon. Okay. It's so sweet. Delicious melon. We leave the market and head for the park. As pleasant as it is to have everyone talking to us, I wish they wouldn't do it in the middle of our date. All the time we were in the market, we were getting called out to every few seconds. It's nice and quiet here, though. There are some families and children running about, but the park is large enough that we're relatively undisturbed. Atri walks over to the waterside. She slips off her sandals and dips her toes into the gently lapping waves. It's so nice and cool. She gets a great splash of water. The glistening droplets arc through the air, sparkling in the summer sun. The water reflects so many cool colours. She kicks up splash, delighting in the myriad of tones of the ocean. You can see the sky and the clouds, all the flowers and the trees and the buildings. The world is so full of colour, isn't it? I'm only just realising that. Your optical senses are supposed to be far more sensitive than human eyes, and you never took a proper look before? Human eyes only have a limited range of wavelengths they can pick up. Atri's eyes, however, can switch modes in order to pick up everything from infrared light to ultraviolet. I saw them before, but I never felt them. Looking at the world like this really makes me feel like I do have a heart after all. All of its colours are sparkling so much. Even if she was receiving the data from her optical senses, she wasn't conscious of how they could make her feel. Now that she's aware of emotions, she can finally appreciate the beauty of the world. Right now, she's learning that at a great speed. Wonderful, isn't it? Yes. It's not entirely good, though. Oh? All the bad things I've been through are coming back to me, too. I can finally feel them as well. Don't think about Yasuda now. He just wanted someone to blame for his own failure. A person like that, so full of hatred, often has a deep well of emptiness inside themselves. I would know as someone who ran away to this town trying to blame the entire world for his own patheticness. A man just trying to protect his own heart from breaking under the weight of his sadness and the troubles he'd faced. Maybe I could have become a shell just like Yasuda. Oh, him. I don't care about him. I gave him the beating he deserved. She kicks the waves again, this time in anger. Seems like she's still mad at him. Remind me not to get on her bad side. So what do you mean the bad things? I can't think of anything from today she could be talking about. Shina-sama. My mother? I've never understood until now. What she said to me when I hurt that girl. I didn't want this. You monster. She glared at me with real fear in her eyes. I always wondered why she looked at me that way. She hated me, didn't she? Wasn't she just scared? She was frightened of you. No, I understand now. She hated me. She called me a monster as I was being dragged away. She wasn't worried about me even one bit. She smiles bleakly, a tear forming in her eye. She doesn't seem to realize as it trickles down her cheek. I don't think she even realized that she's sad. She's just not used to having this well of emotions inside herself yet. At this rate, she'll live out her last days in misery. I haven't saved her yet. I've just helped her discover her own emotions. That's no good if the only emotion she's feeling is sadness. Oh yeah, wasn't there something you wanted to talk to me about? She suddenly freezes up, and the music suddenly becomes well, that's, She stares down at the ground, fidgeting with the hem of her skirt. I am that's nothing. She turns Scott's way, holding her head in her hands. Her skirt dips into the laughing waves. I'm such a mere useless piece of scrap. I'm sorry, Minamo. In that case, let me say something instead. Oh, wait. In that case, let me say something instead. Oh, what is it? Do you fall over? As I open my mouth, a ball comes rolling over to her. While the children playing nearby runs over to pick it up. Here you go. She hands it to him and he runs off towards his mother. She goes over at us. Wow. Bit. Atri sends motionless, staring over at them. Atri? Can we go home now? She slips her feet into her sandals. Bitch. Somehow I feel like we're not all that close to the end of the game. I'm not going to finish it this episode, doubt it. We walk in silence back through the market. Atri hadn't said a word since we saw the young family in the park. Oh, Natsuko, Nachi-chan. We ran into Minamo walking through town holding a shopping bag. Perfect timing, I've got something I want to talk to you both about. What's that? I was talking about this with Ryuji-chan. We're thinking of doing a farewell party for Achi-chan. A farewell party? Yeah, we'll hold it at school, make loads of food and... No! Achi suddenly screams out. Achi-chan? I don't want that. She sprints off. Atri? It's no use, she's already out of sight. Sorry about that. Since she opened up to emotion, she's been a little highly strung. We should hold a party for her, though. I'm sure it'll make her happy. No? I doubt it. Yeah, still. She glanced down at the ground, sighing. But we're really sad. I don't want it to end up that way. To have people say goodbye to you was proof that you were alive in the first place. But at the same time, knowing that the end is coming may well make for a miserable party. In that case, how about this? How about what? About what? About what, boy? I'm back. Is she here? No, I don't think she's here. Atri? Is she drowning? She's curled up in a corner on the deck, holding her knees in her arms. There you are. I'm sorry, I left you alone. I'm a failure of a leg. Shall I teach you about what people do when they're upset? What do they do? They mope around and grumble out all of their problems. It doesn't exactly solve them, but it makes you feel a little better. I sit down next to her. I won't be able to spend the future with you, Natsuki-san. I'm going to have to leave you soon. I don't want that. If everything is going to hurt so much, maybe it would be better for me to have no feelings after all. I've thought the same thing 1,000 times, especially since I fell in love with you. Oh, he said it! Oh my god, this is the second time. I've sometimes thought that it would have been better if I never felt this way, but to be honest, if you ask me, I can say this for sure. I'm glad I fell in love with you. He said it again! Let's go! Why? Aren't you going to be really, really sad? I really don't know why. I thought a similar thing almost every day after the tunnel collapsed, that I would have been better off dying. No way! You were the one that saved me back then, weren't you? Indeed. You reached out your hand for me and I pushed away the concrete and pulled you out. But I was a fugitive, so I had to leave you and run away. That's why I never realized until yesterday. I take her hand. Holding her hand always makes me feel so at ease. I've known you for such a long time now, I realize. Only as someone that Shina-sama cared for, though. So you've been watching over me since I was a kid. According to her log, she even prevented another car accident for me. The first time I saw you, I thought she had brought another humanoid. I can understand it. You were so small, you'd be of absolutely no use around the house. Well, obviously, I was a baby. They're not known for their usefulness. They get bigger, though, don't they, those small humans? She strokes my head. It sends tingles through my entire body. And do you think it would have been better if I died back in the tunnel? Wait, do you think it would have been better if I died back in the tunnel? That's a silly question. You still have a future, Natsuki-san. I, however, am not in it. Do you really think of the future as such a valuable thing? As long as your future has possibilities, it has more value than the past. Better a bright future than a dark past, I suppose. She's been through so much. Her own master hated her. It's natural that she might seek to throw away the past entirely. To be honest, there was somewhere I wanted to go today. It's a little late, though, so we'll go tomorrow. Where? You'll find out. Don't worry. Has talking made you feel a little bit better? Slightly. Having feelings really is tough sometimes. Tell me about it. Still, if there's anything worse than feeling sad, it's feeling hungry. So it's just about time for dinner. Oh, I forgot to do the shopping. We were going to stop by the store on the way home, but she ran back alone. Don't worry, we've got ingredients. I've had a look at her recipes, so I know what she needs. Atri hurriedly wipes away her tears and springs to her feet. Okay, leave it to me. I'll make something really delicious that will brighten up your sad, lonely life. Did you have to put it like that? It's not been that bad. Atri makes a fantastic dinner that succeeds in brightening up my sad, lonely life. It succeeded. The next day, I fire up the ship's engine and get ready to take to the seas. Cast off the mooring lines. Roger. Archie undoes the ropes connecting the ship to the pier. Why did I say undoes? The engines get up to speed and we weigh the anchor. Rather than heading out into deep waters, we follow the coastline. We can see the school and the road we take to get to class every day. There's a strange peace seeing all these familiar places from the ocean. Archie sits next to me in the cockpit, looking bored. Where are we going? You'll see. Seems a little uneasy. Oh yeah, what did you want to talk to me about anyway? Huh? You said yesterday that you had something to tell me. She suddenly starts to fidget in her seat. No, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. I've had such a bad memory lately. Oh, come on, you're fooling no one with that. I stare at her silently, waiting for an answer. She fidgets even more uneasily, not saying a word. Several minutes pass. We're almost there. Oh, really? Then what I want to say can wait. Oh, what a shame. I really want to tell you now, but you know how it goes sometimes. If you really want to, go ahead. Oh, no, I can wait. Is it really something that hard to say? Why on earth could she want to tell me? It's making me a little nervous. Should be around here. I check my map and drop the anchor. We're a little further out to sea than before, enough that the coast is far in the distance. Are we going to dive? I should change into my swimsuit. No need. We'll both be going down the sub. Oh. Wait, both of us? Can you unhook the cane for me? Roger. They was climbed to the sub together. This is the first time I've been inside here. Her eyes are sparkling. A little bit. It's a live bit of animation. Yeah, now that I think about it, it is. It's really cramped in here. I'm squashed up against you. Was this your objective all along? I'm sure this technique came up in those materials, but it's numbing to me. Guess I should expect this kind of high-level moves from someone as intelligent as you, Natsuki-san. That's not what's going on here. I'm glad to be so close to it, but that's just a happy side. That's just a happy side benefit. Okay, let's sit out. I pose the ballast tanks, and the sub sinks into the ocean in a flurry of bubbles. The water turns deep navy as the light of the surface gets further and further away. The hull lets out little squeals of pain as we dive. Isn't this a little bit too creaky? It seems very old. The submarines are really okay. Why aren't you answering me? Because I really don't know the answer to that question. Dark, cramped, quiet spaces like this still terrify me. I don't want to think about the water pressure down here could do if the hull gave up the ghost. I'd be fine if this flooded, but you would drown. I'd save you, though. She clings onto my arm. Just makes me reassured by that. I'm a real sap. So where are we going? I told you, you'll find out. Where could it be? I can't wait. Ah, we can crab hunting again. It's got to be that, right? Ah, crab is so yummy. Let's bring some huge crabs for everyone. Unfortunately, that's not quite where we're going. Oh, there's not going to be any crabs? She's so disappointed. I kind of want to turn the sub around and head for crab heaven. I made a promise, didn't I? That I'd help you fulfill your master's last order. She was someone's last wish. Can you still not remember what it was? Her old log should have filled in all the gaps in her memory, and yet her last order wasn't recorded in them. We don't have much time left. I'm starting to even think that she might already know what it was, but she can't tell me, either because it's impractical or impossible. I asked you before exactly when you got the order, right? Yes. You got it in the tunnel, didn't you? That's what the notebook said. Just before my mother's death. It's not too hard. Can you tell me some more details? Wow, another fine piece of thinking. I'm falling for you more and more. Muttering to herself, she wraps her arms around my head. I was kind of just expecting her to talk to me normally, not that I'm complaining. She somehow had held on to me like this, really tight. There's another thing I wanted to ask. She doesn't seem to be letting go of me anytime soon. Yes? This was after the tunneling collapsed, right? Yes. And my mother held you like this? Yes. Closes her eyes, thinking back to that time. The tunnel was pitch black, but I could make out the shapes of humans and objects with my optical senses. Several cars had been flattened with no survivors. I walked further into the tunnel seeking Shina-sama. When I did, I heard a voice. Where are you? It was Shina-sama's voice. I hesitated. Making contact with her like this might cause her problems. I'm a fugitive after all. Where are you? Please answer me. Natsuki? Oh crap, that looks brutal. Like really quite brutal actually. The moment I touched her hand, she grabbed me and pulled me into her. So that no, that's. I clearly clarified who I was, but she did not let go. Oh, that's fucking heartbreaking, dude. Oh man. She held on to me desperately in relief. I realized that she could not hear anything, as she still believed I was Natsuki. Listen, Natsuki, when I'm gone, you're gonna have to live with your grandma. You won't have to worry about anything. You've got the blood of wonderful, clever people running through your veins. Study lots, make lots of friends, treat them well, you hear me? Knowing that she couldn't hear, I simply nodded. She just had a smiled, a relieved smile. She can't see either, she has blood in her eyes. And then... You're there, aren't you, Atri? She got out for me. I know that you've been watching me since you escaped. Did you want to take revenge for me abandoning you? No, that's not right. But you still... I used to tell my master, that is all. This is your master. I hear you. Do you hear me? I hear you. Now that voice wouldn't reach her. I tapped her on the shoulder. Ah, Atri, you're really there. Yes, I am. Please take care of Natsuki. Watch over him like you did me. Tapped on the shoulder again, and she went quiet for a moment. Are you still there? I tapped again. Get out of here. I want to. You want to what? Since then, I always. Do you remember that place we walked there? I want to take you with you again. So wait for me there. I tapped her shoulder again. I understand, Shina-sama. She died seconds later. You kept her company as you went. My mother held her, mistaking her for me. Able to see or hear anything in that moment of bottomless despair, she called out for me. Natsuki-san? The tears streamed down my cheeks. Sorry, I was just thinking about it all, about how she thought of me until the very end. I screamed out, reaching for her, but she couldn't hear me or come to save me. I felt like she'd abandoned me, but she never did. Atri wipes away my tears, still holding on to me. Her gentle touch gives me a sudden realization. Aha, so that's why you've always been so good at hugs. You learned from her mother. Yes, that's exactly the way Shina-sama held me. All along, it was the same embrace as my mother's. You Shina-sama intended for me must have been you. Sure seems like it. At the same time, all she said was, "This is your new master," while holding me. I was extremely confused. However, I was high performance enough to deduce that she was referring to you. I remember now, when I salvaged her. I see, so you're... For some reason, I felt like that was the case from the first time I saw you enter the water. I should have known. A humanoid always recognizes its master. Even with her memories missing, she was able to remember me. I probably should have guessed that from how quickly you accepted me as your master back then. A humanoid shouldn't be able to change who their master is from someone else simply telling them their former master is dead. I'm going to happily, still keeping my head in her arms. I very much want to stay like this, but while we've been talking, we've arrived at our destination. I don't see anything. There it is. Oh? I don't see anything. Oh. This is... Before us stretches out an incredible undersea landscape. Old country roads and shimmering sand tinted blue by the hue of the sea. And here, by a small cliff, which she's looked down on a picturesque coast, now underwater, the place where I met Atri. Look, the lighthouse is still standing. I've always wondered what it would look like down here, but it hasn't really changed, has it? Atri stares out at that old, familiar landscape through the glass. My mother's last order was to come here, wasn't it? She shakes her head. No, it was to wait for her here. I see, so that's why you were here that time. When I rolled my wheelchair up the hill toward a desperate end to the despair that had filled the gap left by all I'd lost, there was someone already there. I saw the back of a girl with long silver hair fluttering on the ocean breeze. There was such an air of melancholy about her that in that moment I almost forgot my own sadness. She was there waiting for someone who would never come. Why did you bring me here? In order to fulfill your last order, of course. It's possible, though. It doesn't matter how long we wait. Shina-sama isn't coming. You shouldn't have done this. All you've done is make me sad again. Oh. Tears fall down her cheeks. She really must be in touch with her emotions to be able to cry so easily. This place has always been special to me, too, since before I met you. Really? Even before then? Whenever I came to see my grandmother when I was little, my mother would bring me here. I've always loved the view from here. My parents' relationship was strained. My father was obsessed with his plan to restart space exploration. They never divorced, but they may as well have. Even as a child, I could tell that. Whenever my mother was sad, she would come here. I remember when I was 6, she taught me that song. You know, whenever I'm feeling down, I like to sing this song. Really? Oh, crap. Oh, why? It makes me feel like I'm not alone. When I was little, I had a friend. She sang it with me. Oh! But then I did something horrible to her. What did you do? She got angry on my behalf, and I just let it happen. I betrayed her. But even now, she looks over me. Even now? Yes, I'm sure she's around here somewhere. Oh, you don't have to be afraid. She's not some kind of scary monster. I'm sure she'll help you out when you're in trouble. She's a little awkward, but she's a good person with a good heart. If I called out for her, would you come? Maybe. I'll give it a try. That would be nice. One day, we'll call for her and I'll apologize, and then... She never did. Why do you think she told you to come here? I've never thought about why. Well, it's just like she said to me. She wanted to apologize to you. She wanted to make up with you and be friends again. But she hated me. You should be able to understand now. It can take people a while to process their trauma when they go through something terrible. The incident and the horrendous bullying that set it all off. The friend she lost who was trying to protect her, her own failure to stand up for Atri. No elementary school kid should have to deal with all that alone. Not only years later as an adult that she could truly come to terms with it all. She told me that you were a good person. She understood that you only got angry for her sake. Okay, but discovering that now, it just makes me even more sad. My entire life, that's all there has been. I know nothing but sadness. It's like there's nothing at all in her past that she thinks of as worthwhile, but I know that's not the case. Do you know why you're able to understand what sadness is, Atri? She shakes her head. It's because you already know what happiness is. I know happiness? Yes, you were sad because you'd lost those happy times. If you do not know happiness, how can you know sadness? Think back to those times. Why were you so sad? I was so happy with Shina-sama, and it hurt so much to lose that. If I'd realized sooner. Maybe I'm just a piece of scrap. Let me just let that play. Through. Happiness only exists because there is sadness. Who can know one without the other? The greater the happiness, the deeper the sadness was taken away. The proof of the happy time she spent with Yachigusa Shina are there in every single one of Archie's tears. Can I ask something of you, Atri? Can I hear you sing once more? Sing the song that my mother sang. Please, wait a moment, I need to catch my breath. Okay, anyway. She wipes her tears and takes a deep breath. There's something so adorable about seeing a robot trying to control her emotions like this. Okay, here I go. Is this going to be the end credits? No. No. She sings the song I first heard all those years ago. The underwater landscape before me sparkles, fading back to that time. My mother takes me by the hand and walks with me. The gentle waves bask in the golden light of the evening, and the lighthouse shines out into the distance. Come on, Mom, quickly! Calm down, Natsuki. The sea isn't going anywhere. Maybe this was why she sang with Atri here, and I hope that one day they would be reunited, here with all the happy memories of the friendship they shared. When she finishes the song, the seas fade back into darkness. This spot now lies at the bottom of the ocean. I'll never walk hand in hand with her here again. Does it hurt to remember? Maybe this was something I shouldn't have dredged up from the past. But she shakes her head. She said it! Let's go! Same way that you love me. Thank you, Atri, I love you too. Yeah, let's go! Let's go! Yeah! My heart swells with joy, but it also aches to see her cry. But why do you look so sad? It's obvious. It's already almost over. I don't want to die. Oh, I want to stay with you, Natsuki-san. Atri. You know, the main character doesn't have a voice. Yes. Okay. Play that through. She puts her head in my chest and wails like a baby. If I didn't have a heart, it could all end without me having to feel like this. If I didn't love you so much, this wouldn't be so painful. She weeps and wails, cursing the fates, crying at every last drop of sadness. Oh, this is gonna be pain. This is gonna be pain, man. This is gonna be real pain, man. Okay. I'm gonna do y'all real dirty and leave this episode here. I do hope you enjoyed this one. It was pretty long, but yeah. So I will see you guys in the next episode of whether it be this or something else, but it will most likely be this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.